Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Hey, thanks for coming back. It's Monday. I was going to say happy Monday, but then I was like, oh, no. I'm off to a little bit of a slow start. But that's because I had a really exciting night last night. And sometimes when you have fun, you can just need a good long rest after it. Not that I was out and about having fun. I just was having a moment where I was feeling so much appreciation and fun because I was invited on another podcast. I'm sure you maybe have heard me mention it, Time in the Studio, and it went live last night. So that was really fun to relive our conversation and just feel so flattered and honored to be on Sarah Marie Miller's podcast, Time in the Studio. So I'm bringing it up right away because I was her 30-second podcast that she's done. And this podcast this morning, right now, is the 30-second podcast for Herb Oracle. So shout out to number 32. Shout out to number 32. I see you. So 3 plus 2, that equals 5. And that is definitely a number of changes. Well, whatever. Here we go. So we are going to do another law of the universe. We are on number 8, the law of challenge, which that's why I said thanks for coming back. Because Friday, thinking ahead that Monday was going to be Monday plus the law of challenge, that didn't really make us want to hurry up and get to Monday, did it? But yeah, so last week we did the law of balance. We ended the week with the law of balance, which I wrote down: balance each thought with love, respect, and equality. Communicate with love. Don't give your power away. Don't defend your viewpoint. And have a balanced self-esteem, right? Not too high, not too low. Don't be arrogant. Don't be a wuss. And give love unconditionally. So that's a big thing, giving unconditionally. That's a message that I heard personally. We kind of just have to give our service and give our energy without getting caught up in what we are getting back. Just have faith that the universe will take care of us and give love and respect unconditionally. So that was the law of balance. And yeah, our oracle messages was to stop inheriting dysfunction. So yeah, that last week was we ended on a pretty intense note. Put that back there. We ended on a really intense note, so which was fine because it's okay, and now I need to take 2 days off. So what else did I do? The weekend seems like do I have to recap? You know what I mean? One of those weekends, but really nothing major was going on. I worked, I cleaned, I came home and took another big nap, a 2-hour nap on my daughter's bed with all the dogs. That was unusual for me. But I think, a lot of energy is coming through. Tomorrow there is a solar eclipse, and apparently we can manifest whatever the heck we want. We just got to get our energy lined up. So if you're starting to feel it, and get your ducks in a row. So today's number 8, law of challenge. So I'm going to read this from the printable here that I found on the internet. I don't know who to credit for this because it's on several different pages. People are, just knocking it off. I don't know who actually put it together. But if you look up 105, universal laws, it should come up. There's also some pages that say 12 universal laws, 20 universal laws. We're just going for it for the purpose of conversation and expansion. Why not go through all 105? Occasionally, we might call one out as bogus, hogwash. But even if it's not maybe what you would consider a law, it is certainly a topic for discussion, for reflection, and for contemplation. So the law of challenge, and then, because I didn't read this yet, but I thought, the law of challenge, maybe I'll grab the herbal tarot deck, because, that is my herbal deck that I am on a journey of learning and connecting with. So that could be filed under challenge for me, because I don't know the tarot by heart yet. Like when we get into the cups and the swords and the pentacles and the wands, I haven't memorized or learned what each of those cards are. So that's my own little personal challenge. Challenges are good. People love a challenge. So I'm going to pull those, and then I also have this other little deck if needed, but we'll just see where this takes us. So, ready? The law of challenge. And it's not too long, so. Okay, the law of challenge. We have the right to ask of another his or her intent, identity, and whatever pertinent information we feel we require when encountering a disembodied being. Okay, so already this is not what I thought it was going to be. All right. Those who come to us in the role of information givers to channelers don't mind being challenged. Ask the entity your questions 3 times using the same words each time, and you will be given the correct information. What? This is totally not what I thought it was going to be, but I get it. So the law of challenge is actually not Monday morning. It's not like, are you up for a challenge? Here's your quest. It is actually when you come, when you interact with, another person, another non-physical being, an extraterrestrial, anybody. When you interact with anybody, you have the right to ask of his or her intent, identity, like, are you of the highest light? So if I decided that I was going to open up my crown chakra and channel some energy, like I'm going to channel Bob Ross. Okay, I don't know why I thought of that. Okay, hi Bob. Welcome to Herb Oracle. Okay. All right, so if I want to make sure it's Bob Ross, like there's this law in spirit, and I guess it's the law of challenge. I didn't know it had a name. That if I ask him 3 times, like, are you Bob Ross? Yes. Are you Bob Ross? Yes. Are you Bob Ross? If he says yes that 3rd time, he's Bob Ross. I guess there's this law that, if he was an entity that was pretending to be Bob Ross, but he was really, just an imposter, he would have to say, well, you know what I mean, at the 3rd one. So that's the assumption. That's what we're talking about today. I don't know why it's so funny, probably because I just thought it was something completely different. This is why I like not reading ahead. So I'm going to cover number 9. I don't even want to know what the heck we're doing tomorrow. So those who come to us in the role of information givers to channelers don't mind being challenged. So this is obviously a channeled work, the 105 universal laws. And what they're saying is, hey, we don't mind being challenged. Like, it's smart of you to make sure that you are connected with the energy that you think you're being connected with, and like, yeah, they don't mind. So say it was just, you're meditating and everyone has the ability to channel. So if you're meditating and you feel a presence, or because you've kind of made intentions to connect with some guides, like if your guides start contacting you, they want you to challenge them. They want you to ask, are you of the highest light? And then see what the energy feels like. Ask again, are you of the highest light? See if the energy still feels pretty good. Raise your energy then, okay? Raise your vibration so they have to match you, and say again for the third time, are you of the highest light? So it says, ask the entity your questions 3 times using the same words each time, and you will be given the correct information. So yeah, I mean, a law of the universe, the law of challenge, that third time's a charm, baby. They have to answer you correctly, right? The devil can lie to you twice, but that third time, you're going to get the truth. So third time's a charm, the law of challenge. What the hell? What are you talking about in this podcast? But that's what it is. So don't be afraid to use the power of number 3. We use it actually in the Herbal Tarot series at Herbal Marie. When we end the podcast there and say the affirmation, we say it 3 times. There's just magic in 3. So the law of challenge, challenge, you can challenge me 3 times, but that doesn't really work on the earth plane. This is like, because we're a bunch of bastards down here. But anybody higher in frequency and in the spirit world and in the non-physical, they are governed by the law of challenge. We got free will down here, bitch. I can lie to you all day, right? But yeah, sometimes like in relationships though, I mean, if you're with an honest person, genuinely like I do this with my kids all the time. Did you brush your teeth? Mm-hmm. Did you brush your teeth? Yes. Did you brush your teeth? And then they like stomp off and go to the bathroom and actually brush their teeth. So like, maybe that's why it's so funny, because in my own life, I'm using the law of challenge. I just didn't even know it. All right. So, but yeah, I have questioned entities and energy, and more so used it as an intention, like when I sit down, like with my cards right now, I'm holding the Herbal Tarot deck by Michael Tierra and Candace Canton, and I can say to myself or out loud, like sometimes I do this on the break, but I can do it with you right now. I hold this deck and I say, I wish to connect with guidance from the universe. May it be in the highest light, right? May the information be in the highest light. Connecting with information from the universe, may it be of the highest light. So I do repeat things 3 times a lot. But yeah, it's a little different than what they were saying, like asking a question, make sure you use the same exact words. Are you of the highest light? So anyways, that's it, y'all. The law of challenge. Funny that I said some of these we might think are bogus or hogwash, but yeah. Hey, we'll see what's up here. So I feel like we gotta pull 3 cards after that. Or maybe we'll ask the same question 3 times. My goodness. So, yeah. Let me take a break here and sip on my dandelion root tea and pull myself together. And, when we come back, we're dealing with the 5 of Pentacles, mugwort. I didn't even ask a question yet. So again, shout out to number 32. 3 plus 2 equals 5. We got the 5 of Pentacles here. And yeah, this is my card. This is my card here, y'all. This is me sitting out. Everyone's inside at the party, having community, being warm for whatever reason. I'm outside in the cold. away from it all. And this is mugwort. So yeah, there's this woman who's sitting outside of the cane. She feels, either isolated or outcast for whatever reason. And the thing about it is, I mean, she created this experience for herself. So I'm going to actually, let me turn around here. I need to grab my journal where I do automatic writing, because I mean, this is a message for me, for sure. So, all right, let me grab my shiny, on the front of it, it says, make it happen. All right, so, all right, this weekend I had this reflective moment, questioning moment, frustrating moment, where, I do have a money block. Like, I give and I give and I give of my energy, and I entertain people countless times, and they put nothing in my tip jar, right? Like, this is some type of either hex or curse or personal limiting belief system. This is definitely a manifestation of my own. That's what Five of Pentacles says to me. Like, there's something in your life that, you've got some lack consciousness somewhere, and, you did it. So anyways, but we don't see ourselves as doing it ourselves. We see as, we project it out to other people. Like, why aren't people loving me? Why aren't people giving to me? Why aren't people connecting to me? Like, the Five of Pentacles, like, you can almost, it reminds me, like, don't be the martyr, like, whenever I see the Five of Pentacles here, I don't know if that's what the meaning is, but that's what it says to me. Like, you don't have to, like, keep pinching yourself off. So anyways, this weekend I was prompted to ask, because I just came home the one day and I was so frustrated. Like, people they just take sometimes and don't give anything back. And so I asked my journal, and in this journal I ask a question, and then I close my eyes and I sit quietly and I get an answer. That is not always what I expected. So I wrote down, why are people so effing stingy? Okay, that's where I was at. Like, why are people so effing stingy? Just, it blows my freaking mind sometimes, right? And then I closed my eyes and I started to write. And what I wrote was, the point of perspective radiates outward. You are not giving unconditionally, whereas the world cannot return to you that which you do not give. So obviously, first of all, my higher self is an asshole, because who talks to me like that? But I sat there and I looked at this page and I was like, oh, you're right. Okay, because this is not how I talk normally, obviously. Obviously, I'm a gangster, right? I don't speak like this, but I don't know. So this is something you can do. Get a notebook, sit down, quiet time, write down a question, and then sit, and whatever the hell pops in your head. And for me, they come in words like, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It took me 8 lines to write this sentence because they come in chunks, so I don't resist it or fight it. So first, the point of perspective. I heard that, so I wrote that down. Radiates outward. I was like, what the fuck? But I wrote it down anyways. Then I heard, you are not giving. Now I wrote it down. And I heard unconditionally. Like, as the words, the thoughts, I'm not really hearing them. There's just like the thought chunk all of a sudden. When you get the thought chunk, just quickly write it down without analyzing it or anything. So anyways, I really did get a straight up answer. Why are people so effing stingy? Well, my higher self said, the point of perspective radiates outward. You are not giving unconditionally, whereas the world cannot return to you that which you do not give. So basically called my ass out and reminded me that if I want to get anything returned, I have to truly be giving unconditionally. And obviously I'm not if I'm keeping score on any level. So if I am judging people for being stingy because I'm aware that I have given way more than anything that has ever been returned to me. Do you know what I mean? If I'm aware that if I'm aware of that, then I'm not giving unconditional. So yeah, like the scorecard needs to go bye-byes. But how do we do that? Because like we're taught to keep score. Like our whole life we've been keeping score. So anyways, that was really good advice. Thank you, higher self. Appreciate it, I guess. Basically just making me feel like a jerk. But I appreciate it because I do want to change my perspective. Because yeah, everything that comes out of me radiates outward. And yeah, if I'm not giving unconditional, then the world cannot return to me that I don't give. If I ain't giving it, they can't give it back. So anyways, screw you, higher self. But anyways, so that was over the weekend. And then to see the mugwort, excuse me, with the 5 of Pentacles, yeah, that lady is not getting anything returned because she's not giving and loving unconditionally. She's probably bitter. Just like she's out in the bitter cold, she's probably bitter inside. People have abandoned me. People don't give to me. People are stingy AF, right? I don't know what she's thinking exactly, but it's got to be a lower vibration because yeah, she's out there all by herself. So yeah, that is mugwort. And it's the 5 of Pentacles. So we got a big energy with the 5 today. Let me look in the book here. And what is a pentacle? God knows I need to figure out what a pentacle is before we get to the pentacles for the official podcast for this deck. So Mercury and Taurus, yeah, she's all alone. Let's see here. It says to not get stuck in self-pity and regret. Have faith that all things are going to occur. Everything that's happening is for your enlightenment. Don't torment yourself about your relationships, money, home life, status, or friends that have left your circle. Oh, and that was another thing too. I was feeling bad all weekend because one of my patrons left. And I just was like, okay. But I still felt like, what did I do wrong? Anyways, look for the light at the end of the tunnel and affirm an inner faith as a new day unfolds. So yeah, there's some mugwort, there's my dog barking, and this could also be about letting go of the old, making way for changes, making way for changes to occur, freedom from restrictions of the past, taking the bitter lessons life gives, cleaning out the old, a new day is dawning, simplicity. But yeah, this is all about worry and concern. So I see the richness in my spirit and acknowledge my inner values. So yeah, like I do want to be a nice person. I would like to get out of, taking, even being aware of what's being returned. Like that, it does seem like a beautiful thing just to give and give and give and give. And I do give and give and give and give, but there's that part of my brain that is still aware of what is being returned, if anything, if nothing. Do you know what I mean? Like, which I would like to not be like that. So I'll just make intentions. The herbal allies are motherwort and wormwood. So no surprise there. Okay, so, I think this is the only card I'm going to pull from this deck. What I'm going to do now, I said I wanted 3 cards. So I have this little deck. It came with a book. Let me grab the book. The Illustrated Herbiary by Maya Toll. So this is the little Cracker Jack box deck that came with this beautiful book. And I see now that she is taking my advice. I'll take full credit. They have printed a for real deck, because this was like dumb, these little cards. But I still love them. I would love to have the money to justify buying the big cards. But anyways, so now these are just like, they were like on a page and you had to like pop them out. But now that I've been using them, I am wearing down the little, like, they're not smooth on the side, but they're getting smoother the more I use them. So anyways, see what I mean? There's a part in me that's totally a bitch. Okay, so I'm going to pull top and bottom card for the Five of Pentacles as herbal remedies. Okay, so I know that the Artemisia family, they're bitter, and they will definitely help snap the bitch right out of me. So first of all, we've already gotten, herbal allies, mugwort, motherwort, wormwood, okay, reminding us that in life we still need to appreciate all the lessons, even the bitter ones. So we do have that guidance. So I guess the two herbs, and then we'll have 3 cards total, that and we're doing 3. Well, I was like, why are we doing 3? Number 5 is like, why don't you do 5? Well, no, we're gonna do 3, because the law of challenge, you gotta challenge something 3 times to get a straight answer. All right, so I'm open to seeing like what other perspectives could come in to help us release past bitter resentments and stop keeping score, like the scorecard, what the energetics could help us to let go of that, and also unconditional love, right? So that's what I'm putting out. We'll see what I get back from my cards, but I am open to suggestions, because this is a big thing in my life. I mean, seriously, you guys, my podcast, Herbal Marie, now has over 11,000 plays. Like, that's total, 11,000 plays. And I have 15 people that think it's worth $1. And think about that. 11,000 listens. And out of 11,000, only 15 people decided to leave a tip on the table. Like, would you go somewhere and have someone entertain you for hours and hours and then just leave? Or would you throw $1 in the tip jar? So that's what I want to let go of. I don't even want to care. I would like to not even care that people are effing stingy. Hey, whatever. It's Monday, but take a step back if it's too much. All right, here we go. I'm just done. All right, there's one. Really? Already? Okay. Oh, this bottom one, I don't know what it wants to do here. It sort of wants to spin. I'm going to spin it on the thing here and just see. Because it was spinning already. So I'll just spin it a little more and see where it stops. If it's upright or reversed. Okay, so here we go. What if these 2 cards suck and then I have to pull 2 more? We'll have to switch up to 5. No, I love this idea. Okay. So, of course, oh no! Oh, this is such a call out. All right, the first card, I am not even surprised, but I'm surprised I'm not even surprised. It's self-heal. So, the first message coming through, first of all, my first message from self-heal always is about forgiveness, right? Like, you have to forgive people. You have to let it go. So her, to me, always has that message. But here in this deck, let me turn it around. Yep, of course. It is ripple outward. So ripple outward, that's what the universe is like. You put out a frequency, you put out energy, it ripples outward, and then eventually it ripples on back to you. But this is reversed. So it's just coming in to say, yeah, bitch, like, what you're putting out isn't pure. It's not 100% pure. We've been trying to tell you this forever, which is true. Like, this is not the first time that I have sat down to think about this. And I keep cleaning it up. And honest to God, not to compare, but I'm sure my ripples are probably way cleaner than the average person, the average Joe, not Big Joe, the average Joe. But yet again, it's not 100% pure. So I'm still feeling that reverberation. I'm not manifesting exactly the way I want, because I'm not putting out to my purest, highest good. So thank you, Self-Heal, for coming in reversed to remind me about the ripple outward, and to remind me that, judgment, that needs to be let go of. Let go of judging, let go of holding grudges, let go of resentment, and do your forgiveness work. So, hey, people gonna take. It's like you can't even get into it. You have to forgive them right away. People are not gonna see your self-worth. Forgive them. You know what I mean? And then do the work internally that obviously needs done for your own self-worth. I get that. Oh my God, please don't make myself cry here today. Oh, I hate this podcast. Okay, so the next card is lavender, and it ended up being upside down reversed. And it's a tiger in a cup with a rabbit. Funny. And ooh, it's a message of tough love. Okay, we're gonna cry again. We're gonna cry again on the podcast. Yeah, these bitter lessons, this tough love. So yeah, someone's a jerk, someone's stingy, someone doesn't treat you nice. It's actually just a reflective moment that the universe is giving to show you where you're at, and that it's a lesson. It's a tough love lesson. It's a bitter lesson. If people don't value me, appreciate me, and think that I'm worth $1, then I have to really think about how I am not valuing, appreciating, and giving to myself. That's what it comes down to. It really, truly does. So let me look in the book here. So these cards are so pretty. This book is awesome. It really is. Someday I will have to justify getting the real deck, because these cards are like the illustrations. So the book is about, like, I don't know, it's a small book, but it's a full color image, so you can really see the artist detail. Who drew these? Like, fabulous. Kate O'Hara. Holy God, woman. These are awesome. These would all make really good pictures on your wall or tattoos on your leg. All right, so I wanted to open up Self-Heal first, but guess who opened up first? Lavender. I opened up the book and Lavender's looking at me, and I'll have to see where Self-Heal is. It's not in alphabetical order. So lavender is all about tough love. It is this beautiful tiger. Okay, so it's a little teacup. What I'm looking at is a little teacup, and the steam, there's a lavender steam coming up, and in the lavender steam from the teacup is a tiger face. It's really cool. You're gonna have to visit me on Herb Oracle over at Instagram to see the picture of what I'm talking about. I don't know if I described it good enough. But yeah, it's this steamy tiger coming up from the teacup. And behind the teacup is a little bunny rabbit. And then there's lavender flowers. And let's see what it says here. People think lavender is soft, useful for shaping quiet space and calming rowdy children. But beneath her powdery scent is a hint of menthol. Smell it? That bite at the back of your palate. Oh yeah, like lavender is definitely strong. Like I put it on my pits, like that's what I use instead of deodorant. And so like that Saturday Night Live lady that used to like smell our armpits. That's pretty much like what I do. I like put it on my armpits, and then I always sniff the lavender. Apparently I'm that person. But yeah, sometimes it's intense. Like, I should have done it this morning because my nose is a little clogged. But yeah, lavender is powerful. So while lavender appears to be the down-to-earth, gracious grandmother who will soothe your soul and sing you to sleep, you're living a rare and blessed life if that's all you ever need from her. So if circumstances should changes, call on lavender. She handles energies with military precision, keeping a cool head and stout heart. All right. So anyways, when lavender appears, it's time to ground yourself and dig into the task at hand. Whew, so interesting. Tomorrow there's a solar eclipse. This is definitely something that I could really work on right now and allow that energy to diffuse, transmute, release, replace. You know, like energetically, good timing. Might as well work on this stuff this week. So there is 2 pages here. Do you need to cool or inflame? So lavender approaches every moment or every emergency with the same question. What can I do to create calm on every level? Physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. How can you bring this lavender lesson into your life? So how do you handle the ups and downs of daily life? Are you cool-headed and empathetic, or do your own emotions rise up, keeping you from helping yourself or others? Do you step in or walk away? Do you thrive on drama, inflaming situations simply to watch them burn? That's funny. That is funny. So let's see. I'm just like skimming the next page. She has a ritual for foot bathing and mixing water and oil. Let's see. Water and oil don't mix. All right. So I guess lavender is, just asking us to reflect on how we react to situations. And, that's all about like what my higher self was saying too. Like, it's about the perspective, right? So anytime anything happens to me, anytime, any place, like whatever happens to you, to us, to me, how do I respond? I need to be aware of, in that moment, even if I'm just standing there with my mouth shut, what energy am I putting out in response to that interaction? It's a good question. It is a good question because, dang, some of these lessons coming in, they are bitter, but they're tests and they're trials and they're teaching moments for yourself. So I appreciate the tough love of lavender, especially when we're going to talk about self-heal and this ripple outward effect. Because in that moment, as I am having my response, right, I am making ripples. So am I making ripples of love, or am I rippling out resentment? Am I rippling out, I am so sick of you, Or am I rippling out, thank you, I love you, I appreciate you showing me this? Even if it's bad, right? You could still, instead of rippling out annoyance, you could ripple out, thank you. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. Thank you for reflecting back to me. So yeah, self-heal. she says, let's see here. Self-heal, like a pebble dropped into a pond, self-heal ripples outward, allowing healing to begin. She reminds you that one properly placed shift, no matter how small, creates concentric circles of effect, each amplifying change. So even if you just make one small change, like, okay, so I can't maybe completely burn the scorecard all at once. Although maybe I could. It is a solar eclipse. Maybe I really can just let this go. But even if today, right now, I'm just making one small, tiny change, that still changes the ripple effect. Okay? That still changes the ripple effect, right? One small butterfly in the wing flap, right, can make the wind blow across the world. So I don't want to use my butterfly wings to stir up hurricanes, right? I want to use my ripples to manifest good things for myself and others for the highest good of the all. So I really need to be aware of where I'm at and what I'm putting out. So it says that self-heal knows how to find this center from which all else flows. Ripple out from here, she whispers, as she helps you discover the secret of your own true healing. Whew, that just automatically makes me want to put my hand over my heart chakra, right on my chest. Put your hand on your chest right now. Just put your hand on your chest and feel your center, right? Feel your center. That is where you ripple out from. That's where you want to ripple out from. That's where you're going to put out love. If we ripple out from our bitchy, judgmental monkey minds, they're going to be ripples, but not the ones that you want. So if self-heal appears for you, it's time to drop your pebble in the pool on purpose, right? Making ripples of love on purpose, not just rippling out as an automatic reaction, but making a conscious effort to shift your response and put your pebble in a better place in the pond. So ripple out from a better place in your heart. So she's got a ritual of centering in this book, and then a reflection. What energy do you radiate? What? I can't believe she just said that. That's radiate. That's so funny, because that's what my higher self, whoever's giving me all these great answers, thank you. Right? What did I write down? The point of perspective radiates outward. You are not giving unconditionally, whereas the world cannot return to you that which you do not give. So yeah, the big question is, what energy do you radiate? And that follows up with lavender saying, do you cool or do you inflame? What energy do you radiate? Are you putting out love or are you putting out judgment? What energy do you radiate? Are you sending out calmness and respect, right? The law of balance. Are you loving unconditional, or are you getting out your scorecard, your little notepad and your little bitch pen, and are you marking down what has or has not happened or been returned to you? So what energy do you radiate? What ripples emanate from the pebble that is you? Okay, it's a really great reflective question, right? It can also lead to, what is your soul's purpose here? What do you dream of becoming? What energy do you radiate as you walk through life? And what energy would you like to radiate, right? Put the book down. Like, what energy would you like to have? Who would you like to be? Do you want to be the Five of Pentacles, sitting on your ass out on that rock on the cold winter night all by yourself because you're a judgmental bitch? Huh? I mean, she rippled that for herself. If I feel any sense of lack of community, that's because those are my ripples coming back to me. It truly, truly is. If I'm not, it's all about me and my pebble. It truly, truly is. It's all about you and your pebble. So what a great way to start off this week on your toes, right? Wake up. What are you putting out? Okay? Because all energy will be returned to you. Quicker and quicker these days. It really, really is. So, don't be surprised when you think about someone, that drives you crazy, and then there they are contacting you. Do you know what I mean? Like, dang, that was fast, right? But so what are you putting out? Think about what you love, who you love, how you want to feel. Just really focus on being unconditional in your love and unjudgmental in your awareness of other people's place in the world. Worry about your place in the world, how you're feeling, what you're thinking, what you're doing, how you are living your purpose, right? Keep on following your path. Keep your eyes on the road and stay in your own damn lane. That's like what you can do. And then as you are in alignment, hopefully your ripples follow suit as well. Haha, so what does that even have to do with the law of challenge? Well, the only thing I can think of is that, as we start rippling out better, clearer, more peaceful, we're going to attract energies that maybe are of a higher vibration, right? If we're rippling out negativity and lower vibrations, then we'll attract lower beings to interact with, right? Change your ripple, change your effect, and then, you can still use the law of challenge, still make sure that everybody's in the highest good, but you won't be attracting such, a mix match of energies. So that's the big message, I think. Let's clean up our energy, let's clean up what we're putting out, because, if we're getting just all kinds of stuff being returned to us, that is a nice reminder to simplify, clarify, and purify our energy field. Because these ripples, they ain't no joke. They come back to you for sure. So get into your heart space, get unconditional in your love, make more conscious pebble drops, right? Make more ripples on purpose that are the type of ripples that you want. So make an effort to send out energy that you prefer, because a lot of times we're sending out energy automatically on autopilot that is just not what we want, but we're just in that habit of being negative. So to balance that out, we got to do more positive, beneficial stuff. Get that self-love up for real, okay? Really actually love yourself completely, up your self-worth, up your self-respect, and theoretically that should be rippled back to you. And that's why we get all these lessons. Thank you, Lavender, for teaching us about tough love. Thank you, Self-Heal, for reminding us about the ripples and forgiveness and what we put out there. And thank you, Five of Pentacles and Mugwort, for just being the mirror to us. If we are feeling isolated and alone, then that is our big time clue and cue to start doing some deeper inner work to clean up our vibration. So that is a challenge. It really is a challenge, but I don't know about you, but I am ready, because changes are in full effect, and it's going to change regardless. But you, as a creator with free will, you can influence the changes in your life. So that is exactly what we are invited to do this week. every week, but especially this week with the solar eclipse. So use the energy to your advantage and super power up your ripples outward. All right, on that note, happy Monday. So much love to you.